He says, actually, every song he's ever dreamt, he always dreams the music. Most of the time the music, occasionally the words. And then he adds the music creatively. And some artists get both, song complete, more or less as is. Beyonce said she dreamt her whole album. I think certainly her visual album, she dreamed sort of visually. And she says if I sort of see the music. So there's a little bit artist.
And what got you to even write the book on it? How would you even think about an artist dreaming about songs? That's amazing.
I guess stories just started coming to me more and more. I met artists. I actually dream music plenty. I certainly dreamt it a bit, a very clear soundtrack kind of to the dream before. And then as I started writing, I think like anything, once you get interested and start focusing on it, I was having musical dreams, multiple ones every night. And now kind of less on demand. So I think it's there. And didn't you mention to me once you dream lyrics, right, when you're practicing for your shows?
No.
Oh, I thought you said sometimes you're practicing dreams of the different, the words and the lyrics of songs. So sometimes people are sort of rehearsing in dreamland before the actual physical performance so that they get it right. Either the voice or the skills, or sometimes just the lyrics.
We're going to play some music that you call your direct from dream music mix. So I'll tell you what it is. Tell us a little bit about it. We'll play it for a little bit and then come back and talk more about it. I've cut down the list you gave me. But the first is Lucid. So tell us about this one. So we're going to play the whole song of Lucid. What is that?
Oh, okay, great, thanks. So I guess that was an early on dream I had, and it's got an interesting principle behind it. So I guess you'll see a little opening. I guess they call it the hook. Wherever I've been in my life. And I just woke up with that little hook on into life.
Did you develop this one?
Yeah, developed and recorded. But once I started working on it a few months later, I played with it, like you might date somebody a little bit before you go steady. Then when I went steady, or I started working and producing it, I dreamt more like the arrangement, electric guitar distortion. It's kind of like once you commit to something, then you get the next installment, and that's impact.
All right, let's play Lucid a little bit, then you can tell us about it, who's singing it. I guess it's you, isn't it?
Yeah, you're singing it.
Here's Lucid. Wherever I've been in my life, I've never felt as good as when I'm with you. It's a 4-minute song, so we're not playing the whole song. But now, you thought of the lyrics and the music in a dream?
Yeah, and also sort of the tone of it. Like, I was more of a classical folk, guitar voice, and then this really strong distortion guitar came through, and I was like, okay, I guess I'm going to my electric, and, tried to put it together. But like Billy Joel says, I can never really recreate what I hear in the dream. I just kind of do my best as an artist.
Didn't Beethoven and Mozart dream their music?
A dreamer, and even after he was deaf, Beethoven was getting tuned still. So some kind of inner hearing was still working great. Mozart was a visual dreamer, a big synesthete. He said, I could see the whole composition completely there in front of me, like a beautiful big, portrait or picture or something, maybe a crystal. But he knew that, yes, later I'll have to write out the parts separately and record it and teach all the musicians. So he could see it all visually in one shot, which is kind of interesting.
Now that's what is called Morpheo M. What is that?
Morpheon. Yeah. There's a little hint there because the word neo is backwards at the end of that, Morpheon. And that was actually for the soundtrack of the Matrix series that I was submitting for that. But it shows a few dreams are included in that one. It shows a trend that I always dream in descending sort of 3-note sequences. So you'll hear that a whole bunch of.
All right, let's listen in on Morpheo.
put up with my voice, right?
Now, how do you dream the beat? How does that happen? You wake up thinking of it?
I didn't dream the beat for that one. I dreamt the feel, like sort of hard rock or something.
Okay.
And then we didn't quite get to it, what you're playing tonight. But right after that, it starts these three-note descending riffs. And I just hear all the time. Sometimes triplets, so and then sometimes just three notes in a row, so coming down. Which I think three is kind of the creativity number, you know. 1 plus 1 is 2, is stable opposites coming together, and then 3 comes from that. So maybe a creative. I mean, my name Craig here has the same word, same sound as creative at the start.
All right, the next one is polymers. Tell us about that.
Okay, polymers. Actually, you remember when we had James Cameron on?
Yeah.
Invited James Cameron?
Yeah?
He sort of put an end to the oil spill there, and he sort of wrote BP with his expert friend. That one was re-recorded, I guess, intentionally before we had James Cameron on. I had no idea that was going to happen. But I thought, wow, I'd like to do something for the oil spill and really help with the environment. So it's kind of satirical on all those plastics, chemicals in our lives, but in a digestible, fun song format, just to remind us, hey, we got to tone it down on all these extra polymers in our lives.
All right, let's listen to this one. Talking about polymers, that's right. Polymers, I have friends, yeah, polymers. Long chemical chains that never end. Oh, why each time I'm everywhere, they used to be enjoying Tupperware. Plastic plates going apart tonight, really improve the quality of my life. That's an interesting one, huh?
It's just kind of a joke song or satirical play.
Plastic industry would love you.
Yeah, I might get booted up on their list.
I've got some quick little clips. One is classical guitar. Tell us about that.
Okay, well that's an interesting one, and also a very recent one I had that was a one-note guitar sound. And I was like, oh, what's that about? There's no song or not much I can do.
This one's only like 9 seconds. Let's listen to the guitar.
Okay.
That's cool. That's nice.
And you can hear my little descending three notes. And it comes to me, I think, as there's an app that I got from my phone that actually teaches me how to increase my musical memory in waking life. Because I thought, wow, if I'm getting bigger songs or maybe longer melodies, I'd like to remember more of it. I think the dream came as a little nudge, develop your music memory.
All right, and the last clip is voices. What's that?
Oh, yeah, that's an interesting one. During the pandemic, I think maybe all the colors of the rainbow here, maybe we can get through this together, all the different voices in harmony. I heard this incredible, beautiful, almost angelic choir of many, many voices. So as I recorded it, it's actually 30 takes of me singing our voices dubbed over each other.
Here we go. Oh, it's spooky.
Spooky, yeah.
Exactly.
Well, that's good. It became part of a movie, a film that I did that actually won a number of awards for the
Good for you.
funded by the Canada Council. All about, I guess, creative artwork and also getting along in harmony and getting through the pandemic together.
We're going to take calls with you next hour, Craig. And do you do dream interpretations as well if somebody calls you with a dream?
I love to interpret more a dreamer. In other words, many of their dreams together, their life, what's going on with them. But we can try. Sometimes we can get a few hits here in a few seconds on the radio.
Okay, well, we'll just take general questions with Craig Webb.
We'll can see. We'll go for it. I don't want anybody to limit themselves, and I don't want to pretend to be some big psychicness too.
What is generally, is there a common denominator with all these musicians who talk to you about their dreams?
Yeah, that's what I found very interesting. I'm glad you asked. There's something like what I would call metadata. That sort of, when you see it statistically, that comes together. There seems to be this trend of ownership uncertainty. A lot of musicians say, wow, I didn't create this. Where did this come from?
Who gave it to you? Yeah.
But later on they realize, oh, okay, I guess it. I guess it's mine. Bono, Arthur Richard, James Cameron had that about some of his ideas while he was dreaming. There seems to be a very interesting trend, I guess, a little more often if you record it, or even start working on it right after the dream. Some musicians, even in the middle of the night, like Lenny Kravitz, wake up and record it right there best they can, at least do a few takes. Then you seem to get a more clear, accurate, I guess, version of what was in the dream. Another little trend. And then you start to see groupings of people who kind of run together. There's sort of, some inner teamwork that Jimi Hendrix seems to show up in a lot of living guitarists' dreams, helping them learn guitar.
Really?
Yeah, Stevie Ray Vaughan had Jimi Hendrix teach him secret chord changes, and his wife said in the same interview, I saw him lying there in bed with scrunched up on his face, and he had his pick in hand and his, scratch, I guess his finger in hand, all out there stretched as if he was playing. So maybe learning during sleep, taught by a master.
We're friends with Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top, and the next time we talk to him, we're going to ask him about his dreams to see if he's dreamt any of his songs.
And you mentioned maybe John Fogerty.
John Fogerty's a dear friend of ours.
That'd be great to hear about those stories. And also any listeners who might know of artists, obviously there's many in the book that we haven't mentioned, but there might be some new ones that I'm not aware of, because I'm having people contact me all the time. So I love to hear new stories and try to find a way to include them in Power. So something that people share. In fact, one of the coast listeners from our first show we ever did about this was included in the book that she had.
Oh, that's good. We're going to take a quick break, Craig, and come back and take these promised calls next on Coast to Coast Station.
Now you can get show updates and connect with other Coast fans when you join the Coast to Coast AM Facebook page. Just go to facebook.com/Coast to Coast AM and click the like button.
I have a sign in my office. Is IFC okay? And the answer is Monopoly money okay? Bills and the morning from 6 to 10 on KFI.
The Pod Meets World podcast takes you back in time to 1993 for the ultimate Boy Meets World rewatch with members of the original cast.
None of us have seen an episode since it aired back in the 90s, so we'll be witnessing our middle part haircuts, putting t-shirts, and teenage overacting. So basically the first time right along with you.
Listen to Pod Meets World on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts. Brought to you by DuckDuckGo. Search, browse, and email privately, all for free with the DuckDuckGo app. COVID-19 vaccines help keep our families safer from the risks of COVID-19. Now, children 6 months and older are eligible to receive the same reassuring protection. As a parent, you might have questions or want to find out more about COVID-19 vaccines for kids. And that's okay. Talk with your doctor today or visit vaccinateall58.com to learn more so you can feel good about the facts. Brought to you by the California Department of Public Health.
Before I started Rooter Hero Plumbing, I was an angry young man. Hello, I'm John McClain. I was angry because my dad died when I was 17 and he left me alone. I was